Hi class, we need to take a look at example 6 and we're gonna be looking at a couple of applications. Now, every one of the applications, I need you to take a look, especially if it comes from the software. Some of these are stating to not reduce. So careful on that one. A couple of the problems are of that form. So take a look at this one and let me just write what we know on this particular one. So total students, this is equal to 31. Now, they want the fraction of the class that represent the men. So let me just write it as fraction for the males. And in this case, we're told that 12 of these are men. So this will be 12 over the values of 31. This one doesn't reduce, and we leave it as it stands. So that's actually it for this one. A couple of variations of these are asking you not to reduce the fraction, and others, they do want you to reduce it. So for this one, that's actually it. A variation of problem 1, it's going to be similar to problem 2, except that here, this one's a little bit tricky. Or means sum in math. And let me just write what we know. So the total of the M&Ms is equal to 100. And they want a fraction. So total for the brown or blue actually is equal to, well, the total brown, and in this case 30 are brown, so it'll be 30 plus, and the blue 10 are blue, or we're looking at 40. So the fraction for brown or blue M&Ms is equal to the values of 40 over 100. And then in this case, we can cancel one of the zeros. So we're left with the values of 4 over the values of 10. And this is equal to 2 times 2 and 2 times 5. So we can cancel one of the 2's and then end up with 2/5. This particular one, it's from the software as well, and they do want you to reduce the answer. If it happens that they don't want the answer reduced, then in that case, they would just want the 40 over the 100. But I took a look at a couple of these, and the vast majority, if they reduced, they want it in that form. It was only a couple that I noticed that they didn't want you to reduce it. That's actually it for this problem. Once again, the version that I saw, they wanted you to reduce the fraction. Let's take a look at problem 3. Take a second on problem and read problem 3. They're mainly asking for how many gallons do we have, and we basically have only portions of 3-gallon containers. So the first one has 3/5 of a gallon, then 1/5, and then 1/5. So let me just rewrite it as total. In this case, total juice, it's going to be equal to 3/5 for the first container plus 1/5 of the second container, and then technically another 1/5 of the next container. Our units are gallons, so we're technically looking at 3 fractions with the same denominator, so it'll be 3 plus 1 plus 1 over 5, or 5 over 5, or 1 gallon. And let me just rewrite it as total gallons. Total gallons of juice is 1 gallon. I'm just putting the unit again. And that's it for this one. I did notice that some of the variations of this problem, they don't come up with an actual gallon. You end up with a fraction. That's it for these 3 problems. I'll put the rest on a different video.